What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Let's see. Tonight we're going over some no-gi footage from this past Monday, which has some fun moments in it that we're looking forward to revisiting. And just a quick thank you to our new followers. We got GX Tracks. What's up, James? How you doing, man? Ed Honcho, FPS Replays, and Software Dev Jason. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Hope you guys are watching tonight. And go ahead and chime in the chat if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free. Cool. So let me get the footage pulled up and we'll get started. Oh yeah, this is my triumphant return to live rolling after.
Yeah, this is gonna be the first one in a while that you've been on.
Yeah. For all of our new followers, I voluntarily took December off until I involuntarily was forced to take a while longer off due to a broken arm. And I get to ragdoll Aiden.
Nice early reversal.
Yeah, I just want to highlight that because I've seen a few people in CASA in the time I've been watching this. There are a lot of good reversals I like from CASA. Normally I tend to go out the back and take the back. Here, when someone's riding up really, really high on my shoulders, I tend to just reach up, give them a big old hug, and keep them there. But I plant my feet, and since I've taken their weight all the way to the top, it is a lot easier, especially when they're around my size, to hit a big bridge, put their head to the mat, and roll them over through it, right? They've committed their arm to my head, so their base is gone. And then when they hold on to my head like Aiden's doing here, it doesn't take too much to kind of run around like I'm doing now up to the head and fight the grips. That grip on the head is pretty worthless at that point for the guy on bottom.
Yeah, it's pretty much like the Gracie self-defense, how to get out of a headlock.
Yeah.
Scenario.
And then here I get a really nice, if I do say so myself, a power guillotine grip where I've reached through the neck and I'm not just grabbing my hand and pulling up, but I'm actually pushing my hand in, which I don't frequently get to do. I would say that's one of the less common grips that you get in a guillotine.
It was a high risk position, and
yeah,
you were reinforcing it with your other hand.
Yeah, pushing my hand in instead of like pulling it up like a standard like high elbow Marcellitine.
Mm-hmm.
Tried to hit a throw by, but
kick him in the head for good measure.
Yep.
Nice.
And we got Austin and Duncan over here. I just want to see what they're working. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, I obviously know this because I'm the one rolling, but just watching the footage, you can see how like pensive I am with using my left arm in any real explosive movements or even framing. I think because I rolled Saturday and Sunday, and like getting caught in mount and trying to elbow escape to my, to the left side like I typically do was just like kind of a lightning bolt through my shoulder. Cole and Colby rolling as well. Austin's in on an armbar on Duncan. Duncan stays calm and gets it out. Let's go back real quick. So up here by next to the pillar. Looks like Austin's working
There's
top lock.
A lot of action.
Yeah. I think that's Danny and Matt as well. Got Caleb and Kurt. A lot of matches going on. I was just way too in the zone. Didn't even realize it.
Okay, so now Austin's got a nice deep triangle on Duncan.
Yeah,
I wonder if he gets the finish.
that was great.
He got it.
Let's look at that
Yeah,
angle
very
again.
nice.
Let's see how he gets there. That was
He
good.
switches immediately. Yeah.
Yeah. If Duncan had postured up a little faster, he probably would have been safer there. But
Mm-hmm.
this is a good example of why stacking somebody who's triangling you isn't a get out of jail free card. So way to hook the leg, elbow deep, cut that angle. Looks awesome. I'm just working a standard elbow escape. Aiden gets a little too overcommitted. I think I might slip out the back here. I don't know. Yeah. I've been doing this the whole time for all of y'all. And now I finally get to put my name up on the scoreboard. We had Austin. I don't know if we had any others yet.
I haven't seen Danny and Caleb get anything.
That's Matt. Okay. Caleb's he's next to the pillar, rolling with Kurt.
Okay.
And I'm in on a deep triangle on Aiden that it's like, all right, let it go.
Cole's doing a good job working around the body with Colby.
Yeah.
Staying nice and low.
So, let's see. Colby's in kind of a bad spot right now. And I'm not saying that jokingly because he's in side control. Right here, where he hooks that leg. You're going to learn from experience. It's not a great idea. You're essentially putting yourself in a mounted crucifix at that point. What I like about the mounted crucifix is the level of shoulder control you have makes Americanas much more dangerous. We went over this in a past stream where I was trying to break Kurt's arm off and he refused to tap. But this is a spot where you can actually exert a significant amount of torque and you have a good base, so you're not in danger of getting bucked off as you're committing to it. Yeah, Colby's in the chat. What's up, man? I don't know. He hasn't said hi. I just know his screen name.
Oh. You and Aiden are both getting into this headlock position. You had you got that.
Is it further back?
Then you switched over. Yeah, it was a little bit further back. Right here. You get him into this
I just kind of work
type of a headlock.
Yeah.
Yep. And trying to pass with an overhook rather than the underhook. Because he's playing that bottom elbow very, very tight.
Mm-hmm. What about Danny and Matt here? Matt went up for a mounted triangle, which arm bar, cool.
Yeah.
He later got the exact same thing. What's up, man? He got the exact same thing on me, in our roll at the end of the night.
Oh yeah.
Not a fun spot to be.
Nah, it's pretty miserable being under that dude.
So yeah, Colby, I know you and I talked about it a bit in our role on this night, so we'll see the footage later. But yeah, when you're in those positions, you know, either side control or bottom mount or whatever, you just have to start working on your framing, right, and deliberately framing specific areas to help you get your next frame in, which we can go over more and more at class. But that'll help you kind of avoid some of those pitfalls. You know, ending up in a mounted crucifix or anything like that.
So you've got a trap triangle.
I think I may cut around for the wrong. I don't remember here. Maybe not.
He's trying to sit down on his butt and sneak out of it. Yep. You just take him over on the wrong side. I mean,
And then I think this was a roll. Yeah, I started. I don't know. Okay. I thought against him. I tried to remember that wrong way triangle we were playing around with from Mount a few weeks back.
Yes. Yep.
That popped into my head at some point, either over the weekend or Monday night. So I don't know if that'll make an appearance here. I feel like I'm missing everything.
I know there's so much going on right now.
Oh, Colby, you're like nice, really good composure, Colby. Right up there in the corner. The way you know you're safe here is, one, it looks like your elbow is kind of peeking out already. So that's, I mean, it's gonna be hard to tell from the footage. If you feel that, you know you're safe, right? Cole's gonna be trying to recapture that elbow. But the other giveaway here is that your ear, which is about, we'll call it this line, is above his knee, right? If it was the other way around, if Cole's knee was higher than your ear, you're not going to be able to posture up. You're basically going to be put on your back and finished at that point. So it looks like you retracted your arm early enough to stay safe there. So good awareness, way to not panic. And then way to go back in and just knee staple. Good foot pummeling. Cole's doing a good job of keeping that top knee in, though. Working his half guard. So a few Easter eggs to look for in this footage. We're looking for Steven face planting really hard when he's rolling with Cole, because I didn't get to see it happen live, so I really hope we caught it here. And then Joe getting his thumb dislocated and relocated.
Poor Joe. Hope his thumb's good.
Give us a thumbs up, Joe, if you're okay. Dr. Matt, yeah. I told my wife about that. She's like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't be doing that for people. I'm like, maybe you should leave that up to medical professionals. That was my only way to stop your momentum, Mitch. Get the roll back to neutral. I'm gonna go back here and see how Colby passed him out. Looks like maybe a ways back. Okay, you just got hip height there. Good.
What's up, Cam?
What's going on, Cam? Thanks for joining us, man. Yeah, we saw the photo for the GoPro. I took Mike and I took a peek ahead, and we'll see it here as well. It's, it's pixels, but it's funny.
I'm really digging these throw-bys that Mitch does.
I know.
He just did it like twice in a row on Jason. It was slick.
Oh, right here at the... I'm going to move you for a second.
Yeah, so the best one is, like, Jason will go around for, like, a front headlock position here shortly, there. And then watch what Mitch does.
Just
scoops, throws it right by.
Yep. Pummels right out of it.
Yep.
We have 1976 and a 2007. What are you talking about? Oh, all right. Real quick, because I got to give Aiden his props here. I was working an armbar. In fact, we went over this move in class, right? Or no, that was yesterday. But like the far side kind of step around armbar.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I get
Set it up
from like
from a
dorsal.
dorsal.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Kind of bugging his feet to get him to extend away. So terrible setup on my part. Like not a good armbar to begin with. But here I try to take my time, get my legs nice and tight to him. I get the break, and then let's slow it down. I get the grip break, close to it at least. And you can see him loading up there. I don't think Caleb's in the chat yet. But this is kind of what we were talking about yesterday, Caleb. Whenever you're watching this, see how he's loading up his legs.
He's gonna do a hitchhiker.
Yeah, we'll see him hitchhike, and it's the best hitchhike escape I've ever seen Aiden do. It was really good. His elbow is disconnected from my chest right now. That's really good for him. I get the
over the hip.
Get the arm, in a spot where I think it's good. I switch my grip to extend. His legs are loaded up. You can see him doing it there. And then a quick turn, switches his hips, and gets his head out the back. Right before the bell.
That's textbook. Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, so one more time. I want you guys to notice he's not trying to fully rotate his body all around. The real goal of the rolling escape or the hitchhike escape is to get your head from one side of the legs to the other side of the legs. You're sneaking your head out from underneath the legs and getting it to the far side of the hip. So the big leg pendulum. You would think he's done here. He's stopped, right? But he switches his hips, rolls his torso out, comes around, and would have ended up in a pass, right? So that was really, really great execution of that move. Called a sucker drag. Is this just like Leo roll? Do you just have names for these wrestling moves that like BJJ guys simply don't know, or is that like what they're actually called? Like, could I YouTube freestyle wrestling sucker drag and get a video on that? Oh, I see, Veronica. Yeah, that might be the full range of ages here today. Okay, somewhere within the next 8 minutes, I think Joe gets a swollen thumb. That's an interesting setup you have on Jason here in the corner. Like you had, well, for a split second, you had like the trap triangle and then a really deep overhook.
Yeah.
On that arm. Like right there.
Yeah, I tried setting it up from the overhook.
Yeah, he kind of slipped his elbow, but still dangerous. I wouldn't want to be there. Hey guys, remember, if you're one of our students, that you can claim this viewing party we're having for class credit. So log into your profile on the website and select Wednesday night's virtual class for attendance. If you care, which you should. What happened with Austin and Caleb? Oh, Caleb is dirty. Wrist locked him.
Wrist lock.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Got him in a.
He told me about it.
In a high
Yeah.
mount. What an asshole.
This
Bitch
bitch
muffled
me.
He
Yeah,
did.
you see that?
It's funny, man. Every time I'm coming up with like titles for the YouTube videos, like the last month, some of the like potential titles have involved Muffler in one way or another, and I feel like that's a good one. This bitch muffled me into a wrist lock. Oh, Cam's got the foulest mouth of all of us. I'm gonna tell his mom that too. I don't know if I could call him Baby Cam. He's makes me look like a baby. He's bigger every class. It's not fair.
He says his mom's watching.
Would you get a Kimura or an armbar on Jason? Oh, okay, armbar.
Yeah. I'm actually like so intently watching Danny and Joe right now. Aiden's playing a deep half type of a game on James here.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think about this? I feel like if his legs were in more of an inside position, he'd be a bit more effective here. Like that left leg or the right leg of his hanging out behind him.
Yeah.
Isn't really doing him any favors.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I feel like he has a waiter sweep set up. If he would grab James's right foot with his left hand,
Yeah.
he could try and pop him down onto that side. But I know James has really good balance. So, you know, if anything, I think he could use that to transition to try and get James off balance to move to something else.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not digging this type of scenario. Like I feel like James is in the more of the winning spot here.
Yeah. Also, the fact that if James gets his left leg free of Aiden's control, he's basically in cross ashigarami. If he cuts the angle around and turns the corner, he can sit right into a cross ashi.
True.
And then Aiden's gonna have a bad time.
But now Aiden's in again. But here's the thing: is that now Aiden is in a decent spot. It looks bad because he's on bottom, but he has total control. If I were Aiden, I would try to play like a true deep half guard and switch to the same side leg, so that I could maybe come up and put James down to the mat. Easier said than done, but that's what I would probably be attempting.
Yeah. And a few seconds ago, Danny got a nice triangle on Joe. One of the legitimate submissions Danny got this evening. Given how much we bag on Danny for like injuring people, let me shut the chat down for a second. I was curious how, like Danny, were you worried for like a split second when Joe's thumb popped out that you're like great, never gonna hear the end of this now?
That's a wrong way triangle. That's the Hantai Senkaku that he got. So it's hard to say whether he got it on the arm. Like, I can't see if he forced a Kimura on the other side, or if he got the strangle. His knee is, I think it's a straight arm lock is what he wound up switching to. Either way, it's a terrible position to be put in. It was really good for Danny to switch it.
First time you got that in a roll.
Nice.
Way to go, Danny. Proud of you,
It was
bud.
a choke. Okay, right on.
Sweet.
So now we've got James trying to set up a triangle here, and he's setting up the wrong way triangle with Aiden. But
Yeah,
Aiden's got his elbow in a really awkward spot.
yeah, and this so was I think, or no, it was Justin who who asked this question originally, but the reason, and I think this position exemplifies it. The reason you would call this a wrong way triangle is because for the uninitiated, James's left leg should be the one going behind the back, right? In a traditional triangle, right? So that's why it's typically called a wrong way. In this case, his right leg is going behind it. We found that it's a little difficult to get the triangle, the wrong way or the Hantai Senkaku from mount, but it's still possible. Aiden's only thing I don't like about that, Aiden, is you're leaving your ankles open for footlocks and whatnot, but you got out of it, so that's what's important. You said I'm gonna get this hair out of my mouth. Just chill here. Yeah.
And then there was something else. I don't know what Danny just got. It looks like it tweaked out Joe's neck on that one. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, it just goes off screen for me too.
Okay.
Looks like a friendly neck crank.
Yeah.
After rolling with Caleb the last couple days, it really makes me happy to see Austin. It's cheap. It looked cheap, Joe. It really makes me happy to see Austin handling the the top pressure well. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel like he's being more offensive than I was when I rolled. Big mistake I want to call out here, though, Austin. While I'm giving you all this credit, remember, we hide Kimuras in front of us. We never hide our knuckles behind our back. The Kimura is finished behind the back. So you never want to like flatten your hand to the mat, because then all Caleb would have to do here is lift up your shoulder and your knuckles are already back there. So keep that in mind next time. Try to get your hand on top of your stomach, in between your legs, like cupping the inside of your thigh. That'll help keep you a little safer. Trying to ruin Matt's freshly healed shoulder. Oh, all day, dude.
Yeah.
Just
oh yeah, there's that
punch
throw by.
me right in.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I got a front headlock. No, you don't.
And then, boop.
But I like that. Like, let me zoom in on that. It's something to something to notice about that is, I think that happened because I didn't have a fully connected grip. Like, I just had my one arm over the head, right?
Mm-hmm.
My other arm wasn't connecting that. And then Mitch just gets right behind my elbow, turns the corner and shoves my elbow by. Like, if you have the awareness that your opponent's hands aren't connected, I feel like those throw bys should work. Oh, did you Americana me before that? Oh, let's find it. Bastard. Oh yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
On the left side.
And I straight up was like, yep, you got it.
That was quick. That was a quick tap.
Oh, I'll give you credit for that. Got a lot of people watching tonight. Glad you guys joined us.
Yeah, thanks for joining. All right, so Joe and Danny are still going at it. So thumb is still intact.
Yeah, and Mitch and I are still fighting.
Yeah.
That might be the better giveaway, is when I just pop up out of my roll with Mitch.
Oh yeah. Of course, Kurt. That's right, because Kurt was right there
Oh, yeah.
in the picture.
In the video, or yeah, in the picture James sent. Oh, all right. Wait, we might be able to
Oh,
spot
hang on.
exactly
That
when
was
it happened.
That was it.
Yeah. Let's see. Maybe it's when he planted. Oh, I think that's right when it happened. So
I think he jammed it on his leg when Danny was coming. Was it your right thumb? Was it the right thumb or
yeah,
the left?
it was right. He may have been like kind of V posting on the
Yeah.
shin, and then when Danny like
When
hip
his knee
heisted
came
up.
down. Yep, that's what it was. I bet.
Ah. Ronnie, look, I'm gonna get real close. So this
Zoom
is where I just hear like my thumb's broken. Hold on, let me
Oh,
we're gonna zoom in on this real quick, get the scoreboard out of the way. See if I can get it as close to the center of the screen as possible. I
safer
can't.
work.
Hold on, I might be able to. It's not gonna work. We'll just have to zoom out here. You can see it's pixelated in a way it shouldn't be pixelated.
Oh wow.
That's when I ran up and was like, "Do you consent to me putting your thumb back in like I'm doing the Heimlich maneuver?" We'll keep it going. And Danny's like,
No
"Oh,
idea any
man."
of this was happening. I had no clue.
Oh yeah, you and Jason were just going steadily.
Yeah,
So he's
I couldn't
back.
hear anything.
He's back and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna finish the roll."
I
This
think it's
isn't-
dislocated.
Yeah,
Right.
it was just dislocated. Treating it like it's a go ruck challenge or something. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go for the rest of the night." He didn't though. He actually stopped after this round.
How did James take the back? I missed that. Okay, so from top position,
Yeah, Aiden let his elbow slip. Or no, he didn't let it.
Oh,
James helped
he
it.
guided it.
Yeah.
Nice. Good back dig.
Yeah, that was really great.
Nice and solid. I'd like to see the knee up a little bit higher, but higher up onto the back, like knee towards the head. But you definitely compensated for it during the roll, so good.
Yeah, and keep in mind, James, Aiden is skinny now. So you can body triangle him pretty easily.
Yeah.
And
Good point.
you've got your legs are definitely long enough to do it, so you don't have to hang out with hooks. I like that you transitioned directly into an armbar threat instead of just settling for, taking mount.
Danny wants to sub
Exactly.
for that.
All right, let's see. How many points should we give Danny for that? Should we give him more than 1 point? Should we give him less than a point? What does the chat say? We'll leave it up to you guys.
Half.
We got one vote for half.
He only broke half the thumb. He didn't get the whole thumb.
He tapped. James says 5.
Danny's like, I heard it.
Single digit joint locks.
Around the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, that is illegal. If it's on a white belt, Danny gets half. Man, we're full spectrum from point deductions to 5 points. We'll give Danny let's see. I feel like I'm missing something here. We'll give Danny a 0.5 on that. Because he only half broke it.
Oh, he's watching.
1.50. Yeah, he's on. He's been adamantly defending himself. I like watching Austin and Aiden go. I feel like they're two well-matched opponents.
Yep.
I guess Cole's sitting out this round.
There's a neck crank battle. We'll have to watch that.
Who's
I
that?
have no idea. Austin
Oh.
Hayden. I don't know what the hell's going on there.
So that's a reverse triangle.
I feel like he's got his. Yeah. Well, I don't think he had the arm.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the arm was out.
It still looked tight. Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably part of the neck crank.
Jesus. Now Danny's trying to break Steven's thumb.
Trying to pry him off my neck with my legs. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that makes sense. And then here, this is interesting. I wish I could see
There's Muffler.
the other angle. Who, from Danny?
Danny on Steven. Yeah.
Steven's got that strong muffler guard though with that mustache. Just enough room to let him breathe.
They both got that mustache.
Dude, look at this. This is why I hate Austin. Watch this.
Just come right off the top.
Just up and over.
Yeah. Nice.
He's like Dalsim from Street Fighter. This is good, and you're almost like, I would recommend attacking the, or maybe his arm is
Aiden.
too buried. But what was that?
Aiden's got Austin's head in the headlock.
Oh, okay. Is that what's going on? Yeah, I was like, you should attack an armbar.
Look at this. That's awesome.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I feel like my neck and my back hurt
I mean,
watching it.
so it's one thing is clear: Aiden will not get a guillotine here, or any form of a headlock submission, right?
Right.
But Austin doesn't necessarily have anything either. Like, I feel like they've kind of stalemated. But I would
Well, so
go ahead.
what my thought on the matter is that Austin has the advantage because he's using his legs.
Yeah.
So Austin, I don't know what your hands are doing at this point, but your hands should be behind your head trying to pry off Aiden's hands as you extend away with your legs, if that doesn't put too much pressure on your head, you know?
Yeah, like more to. Okay, so there is no arm in, right? He has
Right.
like Aiden's arm is
Nothing.
not in, and that's why we're seeing such a difficult time for Austin getting out. Is he's got this like kind of bulldog choke
Mm-hmm.
style grip, you know. One thing I tend to do here, and again, I'm armchair quarterbacking, so it's hard to say if it'd be possible. Oh God, let's go back real quick. This grip that he has on you, or I'm sorry, the closed grip that he has. You know, think about when you can attacking the knuckle line when you're trying to break a grip, right? We're not allowed to peel individual fingers off. That's how you end up like Joe with a dislocated finger, even though it didn't happen that way. But attack the grip and weaken it by gripping the knuckle line and working to pry your thumb in on that and collapse the hand. That could help you win this grip battle here. And then, like Mike said, because you're using your, a very strong part of your body to control the head, you're gonna have the jump on the scramble when it happens. But since Aiden was able to slip his head out, oh man, what a hard fought Katagatame here.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently Austin's like impossible to strangle with this. Oh man, Aiden got you with that, and I didn't. So now I'm gonna crank on you so hard next time I get you there, just to prove to myself that I can do it. That was cranked on me. Yeah, I definitely noticed some limitations on my arm triangle as far as my shoulder is concerned, and then like my shoulder crunch sweep was just pathetically weak. I couldn't even do them.
Just with your left arm?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's understandable. You haven't used it in such a long time.
Yeah. Oh, how did Danny and Steven end up all the way back there?
I think they moved out of the way because me and Kurt kept running into them.
Gotcha.
And then they just got up and went out to that corner.
Steven's trying so hard not to get triangle choked right now. Good takedown defense, Ronnie. Let's go back to that. I want to see Caleb's shot.
He goes for like a sweep single, right? Out like an outside.
I didn't see.
Oh,
Yeah, really pulled her leg by as opposed to getting behind it himself. But good sprawl. And that was a good move from him, too. Stepping over and getting that leg behind.
Mm-hmm.
Right when she sprawls and he sits through. Right there.
Yep.
Nice tactic. Mitch getting fancy with his passes in the back there.
How did Caleb come up?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just block the knee.
Mm-hmm. You were saying something about Mitch.
Oh yeah, Mitch was just hitting some fancy guard passing.
Oh, nice.
I guess Danny finished that triangle? Or an armbar. Yeah, it looks like an armbar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're I guess we're behind the pillar. Colby?
Yeah, I think so. Because it's Joe and Matt on the left, and then you've got Cole and Duncan, maybe?
I
Trainer?
believe so.
It was an armbar,
Yeah.
Steven said. And then how did Austin and Aiden end up? Completely, so much going on right now.
Yeah, I know. Let's see what. Trying to find what Cam's talking about. Was that a wrestling match? So up at Mitch and James.
Oh. The squirrel.
Oh, I think that was what I was referring to earlier.
Oh, okay.
I like Mitch. I'm really happy to see you getting comfortable with that.
In the guard.
Yeah, that one leg inside, your hands posted on the knees, trying to control the legs. Like that's where your guard passing game is going to develop and get really strong. So it's good to see you getting comfortable there. I wish. Here, we'll put you on the list, but I'm giving you an asterisk for lack of visual evidence. Gonna watch Jason try to blast by my guard a few times. Maybe club me in the head here and there. we got Cole and Steven. And that'll be a fun one to watch because I'm pretty sure this is where Steven eats the mat.
Yep, it is.
And then we got you and Matt.
But it's not until they get like in between me and you.
Oh, okay.
Somehow. And then that's when it happens, I believe.
Steven, call it out if I miss it. So we could watch you get your face slammed in slow-mo. Please. So yeah, Matt's guard is going to be a fun one to untangle. Fun one to work with.
It was very complicated for me to deal with because I felt like I was going to be very off balance in a lot of different passing scenarios. So, I mean, I take a lot of guard passing. Everything I do is pretty methodical.
Mitch just disrespected Veronica.
The handshake.
Hit her with the psych. Checking in on the Muffler Bros up top. What are they? Did we already miss it?
What?
I don't know. They're just chatting.
No, I don't think so.
Pleasant conversation with each other. Cole was probably saying something really funny, and Steven just had to stop and laugh. Oh, okay.
Under the logo. Yeah, that's what Steven was telling me yesterday, I think.
So what I hate about Matt's guard is that he can just so easily transition into a really effective De La Riva, which isn't something that I've had too much experience working against. Like you'll see, I mean, he did it earlier. Like his top leg here can just go right behind and start bugging you.
An
really
interweave.
easily. Yeah.
That's exactly it. So he pulls me in here. He's trying to hit a triangle. I knew what he was going to try to do, so I'm trying to get my knee up through the middle. So like, I know it looks extremely boring what's going on with me and Matt right now, but literally my goal is to try and keep my knee up in between his legs, and not allow my knee to get trapped. Once my knee gets trapped below his legs, then I'm playing his game the entire time. And that's not what I want.
Looks like Cole's trying to set up for an armbar here. Really just, Cole needs to get the shoulders under control a bit better.
Yeah, he's literally sitting on the hips.
Yeah.
But that transition was actually a really good call from him.
Yeah.
So that was the De La Riva that I'm fighting right now. So watch what he does. He takes his leg out, scoops it around my leg on the outside.
Yeah.
And then he pummels his left leg in. I think. Yep. And I'm like, nope, I don't want that to happen. So I'm trying to, but he winds up sweeping me.
Almost like a Berimbolo attempt.
Exactly, a Berimbolo. Yeah. He was trying to do a Berimbolo without the inversion.
Which again, not something we've ever drilled much on.
Mm-mm. No, that was one thing that I was kind of making up on the fly. I've seen people do it in comp, but I've never done it myself.
Yeah. Cole's just muffling Steven right now from bottom position.
This might be it.
Was that it, Steven? It kind of looked like it. Yeah, it was.
Yep, that was it.
So, muffler to faceplant. What an embarrassing combination I've done on you. Look at that. Look at that form. Look at that technique. And then Cole plants his feet, I think, and then goes to hit the sweep. So funny to watch in slow-mo.
So wait a second. Does your face hit the mat, or is it on his hand?
He takes his hand out, and then right
goes
here.
Away. Oh.
Yeah, that's an owie.
But then yesterday, Steven's nose looked fine. His nose looked worse that day that it happened.
Yeah.
Than it did the day after.
Just rubs some boogers on his nose and then gives Cole a high five and they go get back at it. Oh, I see you trying to do the kipping escape against Matt.
Yeah, so I actually wound up, I forgot that I actually wound up getting the kipping, but then he goes around for a front headlock as a way to counteract. I wasn't able to get into his legs from here. I want to kick my head out towards us right now. And he hooks my arm. It didn't break or dislocate. He should have called Matt over to relocate it.
Worldwide target. So one attaboy to Jason here. He's been out for a little bit. Came back. We're doing 8-minute rounds. That's what we've been doing lately for these for the upcoming tournament. He's lost a bunch of weight. He told me he's lost like 30 something pounds right now. Like he's just getting absolutely better and better. His gas tank's getting better and better. He gave everything he had in this round. Was damn near impossible to strangle from the back. So it's just always nice to see those improvements. We definitely see it.
Keep training. You got to keep coming back, and he is. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I know I was complaining about this to a few of you guys, but I'm really angry at how much better you guys have gotten in the last like 2.5 months while I've not been training, and it's really not cool, but I guess I'm happy for you guys. And just to make myself feel better, I want to watch myself strangle Jason. There we go. Give myself another point.
I'm just glad you get to feel it now instead of just thinking I'm a kid.
Yeah, right. And there he goes. Let's set up for the blast off.
Boom! Club. He came in with a 1-2 on that one. Jeez.
Shout out to Caleb. Yeah, Caleb definitely has a killer top position now compared to the last time he and I rolled. I mean, he kept me there yesterday. He kept me there on Monday. Oh, thanks, Colby. Don't mind if I do. Steven's setting up. Nice transition, man. So, right at the bell, watch Steven and Cole. Right,
Yep.
so here he's working a few different leg positions. He could have gone for the 3/4 armbar there. Lifted Cole up, got his leg behind his head, and is setting up for more of a triangle finish. And just gets stopped by the bell.
For like a rear triangle, or yeah.
Cool, yeah, we can watch Caleb just hold me down and force me to not be able to work. Which, let me be clear, that's not me throwing any shade at his game. That's what I was saying to him yesterday. Like, I need to be able to, address top pressure from guys bigger than me. It's just really hard with one elbow or one working arm.
Yeah, so I smelled the heat coming on apparently, and I was like, that's why me and Austin walked off there temporarily. You guys just kept trying.
Oh, that happened the other day. I
Dude,
think
it
that
smelled
happened
like
during
smoke.
the day. Yeah.
It freaked me out. I was like going around. Everybody else is like, I want to train.
All right, we're gonna fast forward a bit. So we're getting a little late.
And we're only like halfway through.
We got like 20 minutes of footage left.
So you set up. You're trying to come up for what, like a?
I had a guillotine. It was not a. It wasn't an anaconda. Like, I know it looked like that from my leg
Okay.
work. And then
You
here I
were
was just
kinda
trying to
come up into a mount.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. And then
Gotcha.
he got the hip height, won that scramble. And then I had the damnedest time trying to get my knees underneath me to turtle up and re-guard.
Dude, it's a pain in the ass. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so what I'm looking for here is capturing the leg that I'm facing, right? Which you'll see me a few times make a calculated risk in putting my hand between his legs to reach for his ankle to kind of push his ankle away from his body and allow my leg to capture it. It's a risky move. I only do it because I'm pretty confident that I can get my arm back. So I wouldn't recommend anybody do it just, on a whim. Damn, Austin's got you, dude.
Yeah.
Gotta use that
does.
left leg to put him back down. Just slam your calf into Mike's nose. Cole's doing a really good job here framing Matt and stymieing his advance.
Yeah.
Maybe I spoke too soon. But there for a little bit, notice Cole's got he's working the inside frame on the hip, right? He gets his elbow down. Matt's trying to switch his hips to wipe that arm up away from the body. The split second he may get it, Cole can get the frame back in. Cole's doing an early prevention, more of an ankle trap method for the mount there, like in that transition from side to side control to full mount. but then Matt times his step over well. As well as you can notice Cole's hands are way up top, right? Cole's got his arms up over Matt's head right here. Right, you can see his elbow popping out. And that's when Matt knows, he doesn't feel that knee against his hip, and he could probably make a nice easy step over since the arm isn't there to slow it down. I like what you're doing, Austin. Bugging the legs.
What the hell happened over on the left? Is that Colby and Danny?
Yes.
Okay. There was some rolling action going over there. I didn't see what that was.
So like Colby was in on a single
leg,
switches to a
and
double.
Danny takes him
Danny
over.
sits with it.
Yep. Nice.
Let's fast forward a bit. Did I miss something? Do you and Austin?
I think I got a Kimura on him, a one-handed Kimura.
Oh, dirty.
Yep. He defended the first time I did it, so I got pissed off and had to do it again.
Man, Ronnie's got Steven in such a bad position. And I really, really want to see her digging on the neck a bit more. Especially, like, notice right there, like, Steven's neck is up. Like, when you're fighting for a rear naked strangle, like, you should always be, you're dealing with a lot. You're dealing with the hand fight. You're dealing with your opponent trying to open your legs. But there always needs to be this little, mechanism going at the back of your mind. Is his neck open? No? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do everything else that I'm doing. Is his neck open? No? Okay. He looks up. He maybe looks to his coach. Is his neck open? Yes. Drop everything and slam your strangle in. Like, get there fast when they lift their chin from their chest. Good thing my face in her. Yeah. She was just massaging it into the ground for you. I like the control she has there. Look at that. Nasty little Nelson.
What was that?
I believe that was a face slam on an already swollen face into the mat.
Yeah.
And again. Blow.
Oh.
You out, Joe? Thanks for watching, man.
Later, man.
Keep icing that hand.
Yep. Cole's staying pretty darn safe against Matt. I mean, Matt is a formidable opponent. Yeah. Okay, and as I say that, he gets guillotined. He jumps over for a guillotine. It was a nice time. Right, boom, hunts the head, gets it.
Nice.
He's on the right side.
That was great.
Yeah.
Tap was from the
shoulders from the half Nelson.
Yeah. That's a nasty little spot to get caught in. She cranked something like that on me a few months back. It was like I think it was the first tap she ever got on me, like first legitimate tap. And it was
Same
just
thing for me.
yeah, it was some BS, but it was
Yep.
it was effective. And that's all that matters. All right, me and Austin. Is that you and Cole?
Yeah.
Gotta hit him with a little reverse grip, ankle drag, or ankle pick.
Mm-hmm. He's coming over the top. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, he was talking some shit to me too. Or maybe I was doing the jabbering. He had a threatening, like, I wasn't about to go out, but like the level of control he had was enough that I absolutely needed to address it. But it allowed him to sink in a good amount.
Steven's got. Yeah, that's okay.
So Colby, even though I mean that's only the second single I've seen you attempt today, but I like what I'm seeing, man. Like you're going in, you're gonna have to work on your finishes. I would recommend keeping your head on the inside for now. Like you left it on the outside, which left you vulnerable to the guillotine. Eventually, when your front headlock defense sharpens up and you don't care when someone gets you in a front headlock because you're confident in your escapes, you can shoot singles on the outside and be really effective with it. Look at Luke as an example of that. He doesn't really care. He's gonna get you down and get the guard pass. So something to keep in mind. But we can work on your single leg finishes.
Nice back take, Austin. He's very diligent with the footwork.
Yeah.
He comes around. Well, you're going through and he almost pulls like the De La Hiva style back take on you. She comes right around the back. It's nice. Way to see it.
Yeah.
I like how you're using your right leg to like hug around his body. And then now you're digging in for a leg attack of your own.
I'm sure the scoreboard's way off. Not like it matters for anything. Yeah, so, I'm sorry. I missed what you were referring to.
Right here, you use your right leg to hook around the body there.
Oh, yeah.
And then your left leg feeds in between and you start hunting in for your own leg lock.
Yeah.
And I don't think so you just go ahead and transition.
Yeah, his legs were too safe. He had safely triangled them, so it was like, I'm not going to bother digging on that. And I knew I was in some triangle danger here, so I didn't want to stick around. Good setup, Colby. Again, it just came down to the finish. Like, and it may sound silly to say that, but like, just getting in on a leg can be extremely difficult.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, and I feel like Colby's really using his like his body style, right? Like he's got long limbs, so if he has good setups, he's just like immediately in on a leg. Right? He was getting Steven stepping forward. He just did a quick level change. Just got to work on getting it down to the ground. It's all right. We've all been there. You'll see a lot of guys transition their single into a double. If they have, a good angle cut. There's running the pipe, which is kind of that's like the single leg finish, 101. There's inside trips, which are a favorite of mine. There's a whole bunch of things you can do there. Cole doing well to get inside position with his arms. He needs to start shoulder walking back. There he goes. Good. Ronnie was checking Kurt's oil almost. Danny with the quickness. Or Steven, I'm sorry. Interesting. That was slick.
Very nice.
Yet another one. Another day where everyone was hungry. Getting all sorts of subs. I think I guillotined Austin here. Yeah. Yeah, you like that.
Cole does a really nice job of blocking my hips so that when I have the dorsal Kimura and I'm trying to set even the stepping around for the armbar, he blocks that hip so that it's very tough for me to walk around.
Yeah, like not just the blocking that he does with his arms, but he does make it extremely difficult, at least coming from standing, to get past his legs. Like his guard retention's usually pretty on point, especially when he's fresh.
Yeah, for sure.
For a bigger guy, he has, like and I don't mean fat, Cole, relax. But for a bigger dude, like, nice takedown, Colby. He has a really good ability to just, like, invert and stay aware of where his opponent is. Did we see the Darce pass? Yeah, let's go back to Colby's takedown here. Colby with an overtie, some wrist grip. Looks like he cuts an angle.
Yep.
Steven getting a little lazy, probably trying to work that Kimura entry. Good. Notice what you did here, right? You block that leg as you take his head and his upper body out and over that base. Foot blocked, upper body taken outside. Really, really good takedown. With just basic fundamental principles there. Where was the Darce pass, Danny?
I think Steven got either the straight arm or the Kimura on that one. Straight arm. Or a wrist lock.
Before the take found. What is Ronnie typing on your keyboard? Let's go back because I do want to see that. Here we go.
Yep, there it is.
Whoops. What the hell? Did I go too far back? There we go.
There, it's right there.
So shoots in.
Push the top hand down. Top hand down.
So even with Colby's knee shield still up, he reaches, claws at the back of the head, Starts to set up the Darce. Leg pummel. Pass. Beautiful. And then right into the Darce.
Nice and high hand. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. That was really good. And because Danny spotted it and I didn't, I'm going to give him an extra 0.2 on his submission count. Let's fast forward. We've seen all this. Oh yeah, this is where I'm trying to arm triangle Austin and he just won't let me.
Because it's with your left side.
Yeah, I mean, that probably made a difference. I'll try the other side. Whatever, dude. Alright, we got the last roll. Cool, so got me and Matt. Really, the only thing I can write home about this roll is I made it fairly difficult for him to pass my guard early on, but he did eventually get past and was very much in control from there. And we get to watch you get smashed by Caleb.
Yep.
Yeah, so like, I mean, even right here, like that was a good roll, right? If you just watch the connections that I'm making with him, right? Like right here, we'll just slow this whole thing down. So my top leg, right, my left leg is still inside his legs. I got a hand. I should have that hand on the opposite shoulder. My left hand, I probably should bring it over here. Glad you enjoyed it, man. We'll catch you later. Left hand should probably be posting on the other shoulder. I'm keeping my bottom leg in as best I can, following him around. I was trying to invert here. I don't know how well I could. I think my own elbow was in the way. Go up to turtle position. He starts spinning to the back. I just square up with him and then fight back to guard. Right, so it just takes a little bit of awareness when someone's trying to move that fast around you, to keep your legs in between. And maybe one day when my shoulder's feeling better, I'll try to work on the wrestling up stuff against these bigger opponents. There, I think he gets around my guard. Let's see how he got there. So really controlling the hips. Smashes my top leg down. Isolates it, steps over it, and works to get behind it. Mm-hmm. Hooking my my bottom leg the whole time he's doing it. I don't know. There we go. Right, so that's impeding my ability to square back up with him, and then he gets in and starts closing in. Doing my damnedest to try to keep my side guard, my knee to elbow connection. We're gonna. Anything notable in your role with Caleb? You remember?
I had.
Besides this anaconda.
Yeah, I had this attempt, but he had his arm in the whole time, and I didn't feel like it was very tight. And I think it was a good back and forth. I mean, I think we had some sweeps going back, and I can't remember who had top position on this one the most, most of the time. But I think we reset here basically, and he comes up. He does this really nice. I like how he comes up and snatches a single leg on me. So he's got my left leg here, and he's gonna try and run the pipe there.
So, one little tip: when you're hitting a single like this, don't grab behind the knee. Grab all the way down at the ankle and pull that leg out away. Pull the ankle out away from their body. You'll get a lot more leverage out of that. And when you do that, while I'm thinking about it, when you pull that leg out away from your body, if you have the ability to run 90 on them and cut the angle, you can step over that leg with your same side leg as the arm. So if you're reaching with the right arm, pulling that leg out, you can cut your angle and then step over with your right leg and get to a really dominant single leg position from the knees. I'm gonna fast forward a bit here since we're almost at the end. We'll catch actually, I just saw one thing I know Caleb was asking about. Notice how my legs are kind of loaded up like that. I don't know, this isn't as good of an example as what I was doing with Caleb yesterday to like re-guard the turtle. Maybe I'll revisit that on Sunday's stream for the gi. Let's jump ahead to where Matt gets his finish. Was that there? No. Oh yeah, we move away from the mats. So he works into a mount. Let's keep it going. There it is. Really, really good job of just immediately stepping over, right? He early on gets that wrist grip and then steps over way super high up over my shoulder, slips that leg in. Right here, I know I'm screwed. Like I'm not getting out of it. And he had my left arm, so I definitely wanted to tap early, but like you can tell as he
would have had a triangle. You would have had
he
triangle fight from there too.
Yeah, he had the triangle set up. He was already on an angle as we fell over, and then he had the he would have had the arm bar to threaten as well. So it was a killer finish. Yeah, I think as I rolled up into that, I definitely would have. I feel like I definitely would have given him his angle. I wouldn't have been able to put up much of a fight out of that.
I think Caleb's about to throw me off.
Or just get us back up.
He threw me off earlier, and then that was my back take.
Yeah, this is also a good example of me forgetting just how long Matt's limbs are. Like when I'm fighting on this inside position that I'm used to.
Yeah.
And he's just like easily getting these sticky hooks on me, getting an ankle grip with his hand. And then right there, he's at the bell, he sits into a cross ashi. Let's catch that real quick. Which I didn't see coming because I hadn't seen Matt working too many leg attacks up till now. So just one more thing to look out for. But yeah, cool. Well, that was a good stream. Thanks guys for watching.
Thank you.
Yeah, a whole lot of content there, so keep it coming, keep showing up, keep putting in the work, and you guys can keep showing off how much better you've gotten than me in the last few months, which I love to see. Yeah, thanks James. If you guys like what we're doing, you can support us at coffee.com/mobjj, where our tip jar is. If you're in the stream just lurking, please follow us. It really, really helps. We're almost up to 50 followers, which will help us get to affiliate status. This video will be up on YouTube in the next day or two, where you guys can catch it for replays there. And yeah, I'm gonna have to make this chat box a little bit smaller because all you guys are turning into submission hunters and it's overlapping in the text. Shut up, Danny. Go to bed. But yeah, in any case, gi class tomorrow. Show up, we'll get some more footage, have more stuff for Sunday. So do your laundry, trim your nails, don't be stinky. You got anything, Mike?
Nah, all good. Later on. Thanks, everybody.
All right, we'll see you guys later.